My very first video, March 21st, 2012, marks the very first softball video I ever made on YouTube. I had big plans for documenting the lifespan of a bat that I later found out was a tank and it was absolutely miserable to hit with. I will say that with this came guys wanting to give advice on my swing, and I've never been one to stray away from advice, so I try one thing and then follow up and see what else I can improve on. That's what I did for the first little bit of the posting for the videos here. And then in 2013 came the first year of the Derby Boys and Wanted lines. I had kind of a small following on softball fans from posting the occasional video. I took the leap and took off running with Combat's Derby Boys program that made content based around their products, and we thought we were really doing it up big. And in 2014, when I originally started posting this stuff from 2012 up to this point, I had no clue that YouTube was a platform people actually use for an outlet. I got to nosing around and realized that I had a decent accumulation of subscribers for what little work I had put in. And towards the end of the year, I realized that I had found a hobby in recording our BP sessions and had some old dinosaur of a camera that I brought some gear for to make it a little bit better. I had found a hobby in recording videos and editing them on a piece of junk computer that I had laying around, which, looking back, was painstaking to know the amount of time I lost trying to edit videos on that thing, but we got it done. Then, January 17th of 2015, I decided that I was going to up my game and legitimately take a hack at this YouTube thing. I bought a GoPro, and with every dime of my Christmas money I had stashed away, I got that thing going and got all the stuff I needed to keep it running, and was making a run at this YouTube thing. The very first video I did, where I ever dubbed myself the BP Hero, was a cringy little voiceover, and it was game on from there. We were filming anything and everything, and I was having an absolute blast doing so. We made a ton of videos that year, recording games and BP and whatever else we could find to cram into this GoPro. The channel was growing. Fast forward to 2016, and we're grinding our hearts out. This is quite possibly the biggest year that we had on YouTube as far as like uploaded videos goes. And the BP Hero podcast was also born. Gabe and I literally just decided on an absolute spur of the moment that we were going to podcast. It was jank, it was rough to watch, but it was ours and we loved it. We were out hitting BP until 2 a.m. trying to record videos. People were sending us bats to try out, and strangers were starting to recognize us at the ballpark. This is when we knew we were onto something. So we decided it was time for a merch plug. This was the first run of our shirts. I made this in some free image editing program and probably drove Ian up the wall trying to get this thing done. And honestly, I probably still do drive him up the wall, but he's awesome and thank him enough for making all the shirts over the years. We posted BP, games, podcasts all year long. And fun fact here, we ended our year doing the very first review and then raffle on the channel. And of all people to win it, it was actually the one and only Fat Guy BP. It was years before he started his own channel, but how cool was it that he won the raffle and then years later ended up starting his own channel? Moving into 2017, it was the year that really quite possibly defined the channel. I was a moderator of softball fans forums, and I was in communications with the guys that ran the store. I long debated whether or not to do it, but I finally mustered up the courage to send Chad an email and see what he thought about working together. And he loved the idea. This was huge for us. No more harassing people to swing their bats, no more snooping and digging for deals on the used market just for something we hadn't swung yet. This was a big moment for us. A company as large as softball fans trusted us, and we couldn't let them down. They kept us fed full of bats all year long, and we couldn't have been more thankful for it at the time. And quite frankly, we still are very thankful for Chad and the gang at Softball Fans that helped us in probably the biggest way possible at the best time. We started doing vlogs, Throwback Thursdays, and realizing we could do more to make videos than just record bat reviews, and you guys loved it all. Then when we got into 2018, the channel had finally took off, and we were committed to keeping you guys entertained with whatever we could find to record. Bats on bats, games on games, podcasts, we were doing it all. We were starting to get attention from bat companies, and some of the bigger name players would drop into the comment sections once in a while. Things were going really great for us. The 2016 to 2018 years had me thinking there's no way this could possibly get any funner to do, and I was definitely worried about the growth of the channel because it all seemed too good to be true. Then comes 2019, and this was my first year of playing actual sanctioned softball and not just a bunch of mom and pop-up tournaments all over the years. It proved to be trying at times, but we were young and we had a lot of heart and camaraderie, and that's something that a lot of teams didn't. We made so many new friends, and I made so many new connections. We were in such a great position And every last bit of it was because of you guys. The channel had continued to grow, merch sales were doing great, and we were on track to do great things yet again, and I truly thought surely it couldn't go any better. But you guys proved me wrong again that year. 2020 was an interesting year for the channel, though. When things around the world started to take a turn, I was genuinely concerned for what we were going to do for content and who would be out there taking it in. We still found our way onto the field and played tournaments with a group of guys who turned out to be a lot of lifelong friends. And after it was all said and done, we were GSL state champions, NSA Super World champions, and many other memories were made from the year. And this was one of my favorite years I've had throughout my 15 plus year slow pitch career. We'd eclipsed 10,000 subscribers, and it felt like I owed you guys the world. I did the only thing I knew to do to give back, and it was give away one of my favorite bats from the previous year. It all went so well. I truly wish I could have done more for you guys to let you know that I was thankful. That was also the year that we collaborated with Pure and rolled out with the BP Hero Edition Customs. You guys ordered almost 40 custom bats. It went into thinking maybe I might get into it, thinking do about 10 bats or so, and you guys exceeded expectations and went above and beyond. And also with that year came another big change for the channel. The world was going in a weird direction, and I needed to make a business decision for the channel, and to do so with my brain and instead of my heart. And it was a tough one, but I knew that it was for the progression of the channel, and we partnered up with HB Sports. I will forever be thankful for Chad and the gang of softball fans, what they were able to do for us, because without them, I'm not sure this thing would have ever taken off at all. I remember calling Ken at Headbanger, and the first words out of his mouth when I proposed possibly working together was, "I've been waiting a long effing time for this phone call." And I pretty much knew I was going to be at home right then. They accepted me with open arms, and it's been an absolute blast to work and collab with them every second since. 2021 was a bit of a slower year for the channel, and full transparency, sanctioned ball kind of chewed me up and spit me out. I learned extremely fast that while playing softball with your friends is fun, not everyone wants to do that, and winning is a bigger priority to some, and that stung to me a little bit because I'd never dealt with that before. I had debated hanging it all up when that moment occurred, and even debated it several times throughout the year. The channel had kind of slowed in growth, and it was beginning to feel like I was spinning my wheels. Brian had been a staple on the channel for a while, and if it wasn't for him keeping me motivated to keep content coming along with the guys at Headbanger, I'm honestly not sure I'd be sitting here making this video. And then move on to 2022. It's more of what 2021 felt like. And again, if not for Brian and the guys at Headbanger keeping me motivated, who knows where we'd be. I had all but stopped playing tournaments outside of the occasional one here and there. I hadn't played much for League at all. And anything softball related I was doing was just for this channel and to see the sub count grow, not even 1,000 subscribers over the year. I had honestly felt like I had lost any momentum that I did have. Brian and Headbanger, again, was probably the only reason that I kept on the grind through 2022, and for that I'll always be thankful. Now coming into 2023, after a blah type of couple of years from a motivation standpoint, I made a commitment about July or so to make it a point to post no less than 20 videos a month, whether it be podcasts, bat reviews, vlogs, shorts, whatever, you name it. It was going to try and get it on the channel, and I was exploring every possible avenue I could for content. And doing that lit a fire under me that I had previously lost, and it lit the fire with the motivation that to this day I still haven't experienced on this channel yet. And as I sit here and make this, I can't get it done fast enough to get to this announcement and really kick this channel in the ass for 2024. So what's all the hubbub about? Let's get into it. So here's the deal. I kind of look through these numbers on this channel, and I look at it and I see that I have a lot of views and I have a lot of subscribers, but it also tells me the subscribers that watch the channel. It's an astronomical number. I've got almost 70% of people that aren't subscribed watching the stuff that we post. We need to get that number up. Let's get these subscribers up, because that's going to do a lot of things for this channel to get it going. So here's what I'm going to propose to you guys. We're sitting right around 12,000 subs right now. And here's what we're going to do. If this channel hits 20,000 subs by the end of the year, we're giving away 20 bats. Poof, out the door, from my house to yours, giving 20 bats away. But we don't do it until we hit 20,000 subs in 2024. And we're going to do it all kinds of different ways. I might just wake up and send somebody a bat one day. I might be doing a review and decide, you know what, I'm going to give this thing away. And we'll do a contest to give it away. We're going to do more contests like we did with the swing contest. I might just give one away in a vlog at the ballpark somewhere. Who knows what we're going to do to give them away? But the glory of it is that you guys have been so good to me, and it's my turn to give it back to you. So long story short, I said all that to say, 20 for 20. 20K, 20 bats. Let's get it going, guys. I know you guys can do it. You guys have been so awesome to me in the past, and this is going to be a great year for us. I just know it. 2024 is going to be awesome. Thanks to Headbanger Sports and Evil Sports and Louisville Slugger and all these other companies that have done so well to help us out. We know that they're going to come in clutch for us in 2024, and we're going to do a good job, and we're not going to let them down. We're not going to let you guys down either. So with that said, post this around, share it around. We got to get this channel growing. Let's do it. Kick this thing in the ass and get it going. That's my motivation for you for 2024. Be coming with more videos soon. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, share it around. We got to get this thing going. We got them out there. Let's get them in here. Okay? Get all them views out there. Let's pull them in. Make this an awesome year for 2024 for all of us. Because if the channel grows, then we grow. The content we can provide grows. It's just going to be a good situation all around. So let's do it. BP Heroes out of here. Swing hard in case you hit it. I'll catch you in the next video.